Hello, book sniffers. We are in my studio again, and we've got our first guest here. The lovely Britta Teckentrup is here to talk to us about her books. You've got so many books out. You've just been showing me some new ones. Here's a new... How long's this one been out?
July. Came out end of July.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. This is beautiful. This one's in German, though. My German's not very good.
Yeah.
Your English is amazing, but yes, my German's terrible.
It's okay.
We're going to talk about Oscar Loves, which is your latest book, aren't we? Amongst other things, there's Oscar. And also we've got some questions from some Twitter people and some Instagrammers as well.
Okay.
So let's start by talking about Oscar. Where did the idea from Oscar come along from?
Oscar, I think he started about 4 years ago, and it started off with the character, and I made lots of different stories up around him. There's like 4 or 5 different stories, but none of them really worked. And in the end, it just became more and more clear that he's just this really heavy character that loves everything. So in the end, the book just turned into
Oscar Loves, all about his love. I love the end papers, aren't they great? Have you got like wrapping paper and sort of ranges of greeting cards? Because I'd love to buy that as a wrapping paper as well.
Greeting cards from some book from the Odd One Out series, you know, those little postcard books. But I haven't really. No, I haven't. I should.
Okay. And who's what's your favourite thing that he loves out of all the things that you drew? I know. I'll tell you mine in a minute. It might be the same. It could be the same.
Let me quickly go through it.
Can you remember it? When did you finish this? How far ahead do you finish a project before it's published?
This book was finished about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's funny, it does take a long time, doesn't it, to get used to things coming out and all the book fairs and things.
Yeah, exactly. I've got 2 favourites.
That's my favourite. I knew we'd choose the same one. I wrote it down so you can prove it.
And take his little fluffy cloud for a walk. Yeah, and I also because I like the image, I like that one.
Yes. He's taking in the snow, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's breathing it in.
That one.
Hopefully he doesn't get any stuck in his beak. He starts choking like we go downstairs. Great. So are you doing any events or anything with Oscar? What's coming up?
Tomorrow I'm off to the Bath Festival and we'll be doing a workshop. Oscar workshop making.
What do you do in your
collages? Collage workshop.
Nice.
And the same on Sunday in Guildford. And then just some school events on Monday, and then I'm back to
but you've got a website, haven't you? I'll put the information on the YouTube channel.
Top of my website, you can see all my events.
Okay, so make sure you check that out.
Keep that up to date.
Yeah, and we've also got your bee book. Now, I did a review of this already on the Down the Rabbit Hole radio show, which is everyone loved this book. It's great, isn't it? Because bees are quite topical at the moment, haven't they? They have been for a while because they were depleting in numbers. But I don't know if they're on the up again.
I don't know.
Do you know? Have you done all the research?
I've read an article that they're an endangered species again, or that they're, but I'm not sure how up to date that is.
Okay. And is that someone's asked? Actually, I should name them. It is the Happy Book Club on Twitter. So probably at Happy Book Club. They said, "Do you have any more books like Tree or Bee in the pipeline?"
Yes.
Is it called Pipeline?
It's called Pipeline. I don't know if I can say the title yet, but there will be kind of. I'm working on it right now. It's going to Frankfurt.
Oh, brilliant! Frankfurt's like next week or the week after. It's
so there'll be another one next year. Okay. Horribly soon.
It's horribly soon.
What am I doing here?
I know. I shouldn't be talking to you. We've all got books to finish. Who else? Right, Clive McFarland again on Twitter. Brilliant, Clive McFarland. Great illustrator, isn't he? Is there a book out of all of yours that you're most fond of? Of which you are most fond?
God.
Jane Fonda.
Difficult one.
Oscar. I do like this. Look, we've got.
I was going to say I really like that one. I really like that one because it's quite personal.
Okay.
And I would have said that one and The Memory Tree because I've written that after the death of my grandmother and it's all about her. So that's very personal in that way. So.
Okay.
Yeah, probably those.
You've got such a range because I really like. Is it the Pear book? Where's the Pear?
The Pear book.
Where's
Which
the
one?
pear? Where's
that pear book? I thought P-E-A-R. I thought fruit pear.
Have you done another one? That's the one after being in the tree.
Yeah,
it's
pear.
A pear. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that.
Because some of them have got narrative, some of them haven't, some have got bolder colours.
I try to do something different for every publisher. There's one publisher I only do picture books, one I do work for very young children.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
So when
the
you're coming
picture
up,
press is that pattern book, the Odd One Out series.
Yeah.
There'll be another one coming as well.
okay, very good.
So,
You're so busy. So when you come up with an idea in your sketchbook, or how do you build up an idea, and how do you think, right, I'm not going to do a picture book now. I've got to slot, an activity book or something else. And how do you go about
I'm not
starting?
that organized. I've got 1,000 ideas in my head, and they're all for different types of books, and I work on them at the same time, all at once. And I can't say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that now.
No.
I'm doing
You just work
everything,
all at once. Because one of my questions was, how do you ever relax? Because you've got so many books coming out and you're so busy.
It makes
and if
me
you do,
relax
how do you
doing
relax?
kind of
working helps.
Yeah,
you to
creating
relax.
the artwork doesn't get me stressed. It makes me
Yeah.
relaxed. And the ideas happen when I work on images. They don't happen in my head first. It's
No.
when I have suddenly, for example, Oscar appeared in my head.
Yeah.
And then the story comes after.
And also it's funny, isn't it? Because when you've got deadlines and things coming up, it can be quite stressful. But then the more you do, the closer to the deadline, the better you feel, because you're ticking off the list of things you've got to do. So.
And suddenly, the closer I come to deadline, the more ideas I get for new books. That's probably the time when I shouldn't think about new ideas.
Is there going to
That's when
be?
they're
Is there
all
going to be an
happening.
Oscar sequel?
We're thinking about it, but we don't know yet.
Oscar
I mean,
hates?
there are. Yes, I
Oscar
do.
loathes?
Yeah. I have loads of images.
Oscar
what Oscar
quite
hates.
likes.
Yeah, quite likes. Oscar also has got a friend, but he's not in this book, and they're doing things together.
Oh,
But
okay.
She's already kind of worked out, but kind of there's.
Is that
lots
another
of,
bird character? Can you tell us what?
It's another bird.
It is another bird.
She's
Okay.
called Mo. Oscar
Okay.
and Mo.
Oscar
But
and
who
Mo.
knows? I mean, there is
Is that an
nothing,
exclusive?
nothing
No,
decided.
do
No,
people-
nothing decided
Okay,
yet. It's
okay,
just
okay.
not an exclusive.
Let's see what other questions we've got. Yes, Sandy Sond, I think her name is. Is your home the most aesthetically pleasing place in the world?
No.
Because she absolutely loves your books, and she just must imagine that it all looks as good as they do.
No, my home is just like my brain, cluttered and
All over
loads
the
of
shop.
things at the same time. No, I've got those beautiful corners I like to look at, but then
Okay.
you shouldn't look in
Because whereabouts
inside the cupboards
whereabouts in Germany?
In
do you
Berlin.
think? Oh, Berlin, nice. It takes your breath away, Berlin, doesn't it?
It is great.
Sorry,
yeah.
terrible gag.
I've
I've
I remember. It took me a
Take
while.
your
It takes.
breath away.
Yeah. I know that song. Yeah.
And so a lot of people ask as well about your process. That's one of the main things that illustrators, especially illustration students, want to know, how you go about creating your colour work. Is it always the same, or what's your process?
It always starts with me making lots of new textures, and I do them by printing. And they're quite
right.
often just black and white textures, but my whole room, like I can,
Full of
it's
text.
full of room with, but doesn't
Well, what I'll
matter.
do, I'll get some pictures off you, and we'll put them, as we're talking, I'll put them over the top of the vlog, so it's not just us talking like this all the time. So it's slightly more interesting.
Okay.
Like Ant and Dec. So
Anyway, I
everything's
kind of-
so you do black and white textures first.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then I scan them in, or kind of sometimes I scan in the cut shapes. Like this flower,
Yeah.
that was already created with black and white petals, and then
Right.
scanned into the
See, I
computer.
wouldn't have guessed
So
that.
it's a real mix of handmade textures and printing, then on
Yeah.
the computer, turning it into
Okay.
digital collages.
And what was your first project that led to having a published book? Because again, that's another thing that illustration students and writing students
Yeah.
really want to know.
That shows how old I am, if I tell you
You don't
that.
have to tell us any years.
Anyway, that long time ago, 92, was
okay.
my first book. That was straight after my degree show, and I didn't want to become a picture book illustrator then.
No?
Then I thought.
What did you want to be?
Then I still wanted to be a fine artist, and I went on to do an MA in fine art. But kind
Okay.
of person, kind of that saw my work said, "You are a picture book illustrator." And I was no, but now I'm really happy
No, you
that
really
she saw
are
it.
a
I
picture
really
book
am.
illustrator through and through. Yeah.
And she just saw my work and asked if I want to do a picture book for her, and
Okay.
and it was very
It
easy,
happened.
and it happened, and 4 more happened, and she was really encouraging. And why don't you write as well? I said I can't write. You know, I was just 23 or something. I
Which is
said,
the first one that you
"Oh."
wrote? Did you write the first one?
I wrote the third one. I
Okay,
wrote.
yeah. It takes a while. Writing is very different to illustrating, I
Yeah.
find, because I've written 1.5 books so far.
It needed
and
encouragement.
it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah.
And the belief of one person that I can do it. And she helped
Mm-hmm.
me at the beginning, and then I had to get. I got
And you
more
got
and
the
more
you get
confident.
more and more confident,
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
Well, especially now, because when you think, oh, I've got to write a book, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's got to be full of narrative and
No.
full of plot. It can be just,
Can be really
simple,
simple.
as Oscar loves, and just sort of,
Yeah.
encourage children to talk
Yeah.
about what they love and what they don't like, why they love it, why they don't.
Exactly.
Where do you work? Do you work at home or in your studio?
At home.
Is it a separate
studio
studio in your home?
Yeah.
Is it on like a separate floor? Is it in the kitchen or?
It was in the kitchen for a long time, but it just got too small. And now we got rid of our living room, and that's turned into
And that's your studio.
studio. Yeah.
Where do you watch TV? Do you ever watch TV or relax in the living room? No, because there isn't
No,
one.
there isn't one. My son has got the TV in his room.
Okay.
So,
I've got visions of everyone making black and white textures
I know,
all around
every
the house,
room,
up the
it's like
walls.
everywhere.
Oh dear, that'll be fun. Now I'll ask you one more, because this is for the Book Sniffer vlog. We always ask you a question that's related to one of your books. So, out of anything in the world, what do you love at the moment? What are you loving? It could be a piece of music, it could be an item of clothing, it could be a smell, it could be a pair of glasses. What are you loving right now? Apart from being filmed for a vlog, what are you loving that?
What am I loving right now? I love autumn right now. It's probably the
I'm a
obvious
big
answer.
autumn fan, yeah.
And I love that. And
I'm glad it's cooling down.
Yes, and I love the way that the leaves are starting. They're not quite yellow enough.
Are you collecting any? Do you go out and collect
I
pulled
do.
leaves?
Yeah. I've got this huge chestnut tree outside my window with huge leaves.
And you paint them black and white and textures out.
Exactly. I have done in the past. I'm not anymore. I've got them in my computer
You've got them now. You've got them stored.
Yeah.
Do you back up? Do you always remember to back up all your files and things? I know there's a couple of illustrators that I know that have lost sort of an entire book sometimes. Make sure you back up.
Pretty good, but yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you have to keep remembering.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, thanks so much for coming along. I know you're really busy, and good luck with your festivals. And thanks for coming along
Thanks
to the
for
Book
having me.
Sniffer vlog. Cheers. Oh no, I didn't press record. Thank you, Britta, for popping in to see us, and also thanks to your publicist, Philippa Perry, who was brilliant. She was very quiet off to the side. You wouldn't know she was here, would you? She was great. Just like to say congratulations to Kate Hindley and Simon Phillip for winning the Sainsbury's Picture Book Award this week, and also congratulations to Alex T. Smith and the other winners. It's a fantastic book. You must bring a hat. And also I was very lucky. I went along to Kate's book launch along with Santa Montefiore and Simon Sebag Montefiore. Good names or what? It was a very, very lavish affair this week. They gave us beautiful postcards. Look at that, really nicely designed. The Royal Rabbits of London. I've just started reading it and I already love it. It's got some gorgeous characters and some fantastic illustrations in it by Kate. So that one's another recommendation from the Book Sniffers. Right, coming up, next week we've got Timothy Napman, the author, is going to come in and tell us about all his books. He's got loads coming out. He actually had 3 books coming out in 1 week alone, so we'll talk about those. And we're going to be covering Jim Field and Cousin Claire Gray's Oi Dog, the sequel to Oi Frog, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of. So we'll see him at his book launch. So look out for that. That's all coming up soon on the Book Sniffer vlog. Bye for now.